Hello, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you're doing? And welcome to the live watch along between Arsenal and Burnley in the crucial Premier League tie, guys. Tonight, guys, will Arsenal solidify their championship ambitions, or will Burnley be the party poopers today, guys? Well, if Arsenal win, they got one game from the title, guys. But if Burnley win, it's firmly in Manchester City's hands. And guys, even if Burnley draw this game, it's going to be very, very tight at the top, isn't it? Because obviously Manchester City have a goal difference. So if they draw this game, guys, it is very, very interesting indeed. So anything can happen, guys. I really do hope that Burnley turn up. Good luck to both teams, of course, guys. Look, you know what? At the end of the day, whoever wins the league, whether we want their team to win the league or not, you know, we have to congratulate them at the end of the season. And if they win the league, fair play at the end of the day. But you know what? You have to go out there and you're going to have to win those games. You're going to have to win these games, you know, and it's not easy to win these games. And Burnley will be looking to cause an upset. Burnley can make their own little piece of history here. That's the thing. They could be the party poopers. They could be the ones who stopped Arsenal from winning the league, you know. And I'll say the same thing. I'd have the same energy on the weekend when they play Crystal Palace Arsenal. You know, I'd have the same mentality with that one as well. Let me just get into the lineups, guys, real quickly. Arsenal, of course, have gone very, very strong in regards to the lineups, guys. So I'm going to get this up real quickly. So this is the Arsenal lineup, guys, so you can see it nice and clearly, guys. Here's the Arsenal lineup. Raya, Mosquera's a shock, to be fair. Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Eze, Rice, Odegaard in midfield, Saka, Havertz, and Trossard. I don't look at that lineup, guys. I don't look at that Arsenal lineup and think, wow, what a lineup. Wow, that is dangerous. Oh, my goodness me. You know, this is why I think the criticism from Arteta has been a little bit out of order, to be honest with you. I think the criticism from Arteta is a little bit out of order. I really do think so. In regards to Burnley today, of course, they have got some experience in their team. They've got Vice. Walker, of course, very experienced, be looking to help his old mates out at Manchester City. Tuanzebe, ex-Manchester United. Esteve, Perez, Medbury, ex-Manchester United as well. You got Florentino. Ukachukwu, of course, a big signing for them as well. They had Chakuna, Fleming, and Anthony in their team, guys. That's the team's lineups, of course, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're comfy. Hope you're ready for the game. Who have you got to win this game today, guys? Who's your bet to win the game? Do you want it to be Burnley or do you want Arsenal to win the league? It's up to you, guys. Get your predictions below, guys. Let me know. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome everyone to the stream. Don't forget to smash a like on the video as well. If you guys could do that for me, it'd be absolutely fantastic. You guys are legends. You guys are the reason. Absolutely, guys. We're getting ready for the game, guys. You know what? I can only imagine the nerves that Arsenal players are going through at the moment. If they bottle this league, guys, the amount of mouth that Arsenal fans have had over the last few weeks is astronomical. They cannot bottle this league now, guys. Like, if they bottle it, goodness me, it's going to be of epic proportions, guys. I'm telling you right now, you cannot bottle this league, Arsenal. You cannot, because you know what? Myself and other people around, fans around, we have got long memories, guys, and we got receipts and stuff like that. So we're going to be waiting for this one. We're going to be prowling there like a bunch of vultures. That's what we're going to be doing, guys. We're going to be prowling like a bunch of vultures because you know what? At the end of the day, look, I'm from from London, right? I know what Arsenal fans are like, guys. Arsenal fans, like, you won't hear the end of it. I'm telling you right now. At least with Manchester City fans, I could ignore Manchester City fans all the way over there. And there's not many of them as well, guys. They're an endangered species. But with Arsenal fans, like, you know what? They will really, really dwell in this league title win if they win it, which is looking likely that they could win it. But I really do hope that, you know what? Look, at the end of the day, as I said, whoever wins the league, I will congratulate them. What I want is Manchester United to challenge for the league. That's what I want. I want a Man United challenge for the league. That's what I want. Hopefully next season we'll get that, of course, guys. Absolutely. Michael Carrick's army, of course. Let me just say hello to everyone in the community. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you, Ephraim. Good morning, good evening, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you. Big up, Jay. Good luck to Hannibal Mabry, absolutely, and Axel Tuanzebe. I hope they do well against Arsenal. Good luck to them both. Of course, didn't quite make it at Manchester United. Of course, Tuanzebe, I was a big fan of his. I don't think Hannibal Mabry got enough chances in the Man United team. Of course, he did play against Burnley a couple of years ago as well. Big up, Calm Post Smurf, my friend. Look at them trying to drum up a fake atmosphere, performance nonsense, just like Arteta. A Lego man, plastic, just like him, my friend. Absolutely. That's what we say. He's the Lego man, isn't he? You know, everything's plastic. I mean, it's not natural, is it? It's not natural at all, the way that they hype up their team. It's like, they try. The thing with Arsenal, they're very unoriginal. They're trying to be like Liverpool and Man United, but they'll never be that. Game kicked off, guys. We're underway, guys. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all good, guys. Big up Composed Smurf, by the way. Havertz, Odegaard back in the team to ruin their flow. I really hope so. Come on, Burnley. Come on, man. Do something. You're a professional football team, Burnley. Come on, let's do something. Ephraim. If they lose the title from this place, they do not deserve the title. If they lose the title from this place, it's an absolute, probably the worst bottle job, or you would say best bottle job of all time. Of course, it is in absolute diabolical if they manage to blow it from here. Even if they draw this game, you're home to Burnley. But we know what Burnley is. Bloody Burnley. It's bloody Burnley. We all remember, don't we? You know, Burnley can cause an upset, to be honest with you. These are professional footballers. They're going to win. Here comes Hannibal Mebry on the left-hand side. Go on, Mebry. Corner to Burnley. Go on, Burnley. Is that a corner? It's a corner. Saka gave away the corner there. Burnley already started like a house on fire already, guys. Absolutely. Zian Fleming is not a bad player. I'm looking forward to seeing him. I've heard good things about him, to be honest with you. Absolutely. I'd rather Arsenal, F City, big up Composed Smurf, big up. I don't rather anybody. I want Man United to qualify. I want Man United to be challenging. You know, with me, I'm a bit like, you know what? I never wanted to be that person who prefers a football team to win a league. It just makes me look, you know, it just makes me, it's something I never wanted to be. You know what I mean? I never wanted to be that guy who I prefer Liverpool, or I prefer Burnley, or Arsenal, or I prefer Man City. You know, I never wanted to be that person to do that. However, we've been dragged through the mud over the years with our ownership and stuff like that. And you know what? We've been going through this too many times from my liking, and hopefully it's this season after we challenge for the league season. You know, hopefully we can be challenged for the leagues. Cross comes in. Oh, go on, Burnley. It's a shoot. Just wide. Unlucky Burnley. Good start to this game for them, guys. They need to keep up this tempo. If they can keep up this tempo, I think that, you know, it's a big if, isn't it? At the end of the day, if they can keep up the tempo and stuff like that. Come on, Burnley. That's good, man. That's better. Come on, bloody Burnley. That's what it's all about, bloody Burnley. Imagine they do it, mate. Imagine they do it. Even then, everyone a draw is a doable. It's a doable in the Premier League. Of course it is. You know, no one would have expected Bournemouth to go to Emirates and win so comfortably. These things can happen in the Premier League. The Premier League is difficult. You know what I mean? And I would say that, you know, nothing is guaranteed. Even when we're playing Burnley at Old Trafford, you know, it's going to be a difficult game. I actually think Burnley are better away from home. I actually think they have more of a chance. I think when they play at home, they seem to open up a little bit more and they let the teams into it. Big up, Rajat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. Hope everything is blessed. Big up, Sam. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I bought a new football book today at Waterstones in the Glades in Bromley. Wow. Samuel, look, I used to work in Bromley. You know what I mean? I used to work in the Marks and Spencers. Go and check out, go into Marks and Spencers, Samuel. When you do go into Marks and Spencers in Bromley, go into Marks and Spencers and now ask for the security guard, Magic, yeah, and say, do you know Sal? Ask him. Composed Smurf, a draw here would be hilarious, though. They are celebrating already. This is the thing, though, Composed Smurf. Look, I've been on various channels, as you know, mate, and they go on the channel. They act like, you know, they're so smug, arrogant, delusional, you name it. And look, you know, they give you no choice but to dislike them. The way they go on, it's like the Real Madrid, you know what I mean? And the way they talk, and you know, one title in God knows how long, and they're just going over the top for me. It would be hilarious if they dropped this title. It really would be hilarious. You know, it would be. Look, guys, look. If they win the league, congratulations to them. My biggest thing, though, guys, Composed Smurf, my biggest thing is this. I don't want them to win the Champions League. And I'm going to do an epic watch-along on the 30th. It's going to be the greatest hate-along of history in the history of watch-alongs, guys, in hate-alongs, should I say. It's going to be the biggest, like, we're going to connect all together, us as a community, you know, as every content creator will do. And we're going to have the biggest generational hate along there ever was, man. Absolutely. Because we can't let them win the Champions League. The league happens. The league, they win the league. Okay, fair play. They deserve the league. They won the league. I'll congratulate them. You know, I would. Absolutely. But I'm telling you right now, we cannot allow them to win the Champions League. PSG, I've warned them. I've spoken to some of my couple of my friends who are French. They're support PSG. I said, do not let Arsenal win that Champions League. I'm telling you right now, do not do this to me. Absolutely. Big up, Sean, because look, guys, if they win the league, they're going to be unbearable for like a week. And then obviously we've got the Champions League final. And then like if they lose the Champions League final, it's going to erase all that good vibes from Arsenal, isn't it? It's going to erase all that good vibes. And then we're just going to go into the World Cup and forget all about it, And we move on to the next season, won't we? Absolutely. Big up, Sean. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up, Marky Mark. How you doing, my brother? I hope you're doing well. How are you, my friend? Let's go, Burnley. Big up, my friend. Hope you're doing now all day long. Post Burnley play like Barcelona on the FIFA against me. Do they? I haven't played FIFA for a long time, you know. I have to start playing it. You know, the last time I played it, I was with my nephews in Italy. And, you know, I used to be so good at FIFA back in the day, though. Right? And when I started playing it, I realized how bad I actually was at the game. You know, the game is advanced so much. You know what I mean? It's not like FIFA 98 and things like that. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I need to do that. But, yeah, I don't have the time to play games, unfortunately. Your Keres is on the bench today, of course. Absolutely. Big up Rajat. Nah, Manu. Big up, my friend. I will say, though, if Arsenal do win the league, there's no excuse for our owners. We can outspend them if we run properly. Yeah, one thing about Arsenal winning the league, Compulsory, the thing is about Arsenal winning the league is that it gives you confidence that everyone can win the league, because if this Arsenal team can win the league, and this Arsenal team is not very good, let me be honest with you, it's not even in the top 10 of best Arsenal teams I've seen in Premier League history. So if it's this Arsenal team win the league, then it gives everyone hope. I don't actually think we're that far away, mate. I don't, because we are literally an AFCON away from having an extra, I think, up to 10 points. You know what I mean? We lost a lot of points during that period, and I don't think we're that far away. I really don't. I think there is a big opportunity for Man United to exploit. It is down to the board, though. And now that Michael Carrick's got the job, they've got to back Michael Carrick. I don't want them going into the summer and thinking that they can just, you know, throw Carrick a couple of players and that's it, like a dog on a bone. No, we got to go out there and we've got to absolutely have a generational transfer window, because I do believe that this league is weak. And guys, one of our shining lights this season, Casemiro, is going to be missing next season. So he needs to be replaced properly. We're not talking about Carlos Baleba here. We're talking about proper player. He needs to be replaced. You know what I mean? And I really hope that Michael Carrick gets the backing, because I do believe, like you, Compost, I believe we can win the league. I believe it's there for the taking. I really do. I think anyone who really wants it can go out there and get it, in my opinion. Absolutely. Jay. PJMO writing to Nottingham Forest to apologise that their second goal should have ruled out her handball. I don't think that would make Forest any happier. Look at the rules. Just look at the rules. He followed the rule book, and the rule book was correct. It was complicated, but it's correct. But I find it astonishing, guys, that we had a blatant penalty against Bournemouth. We've had endless amounts. Manchester United have had the most wrong decisions in the Premier League this season. We've had 9. Right, which were proven to be wrong decisions. Not once have we had an apology from the PGMO. Not once have we had an apology. We've had 9 official incorrect decisions this season. Official, right? So let's say they cost points. Man United are challenging for the league. You know what I mean? This is what we're talking about here. So we haven't had one apology from the PGMO. Nothing. As soon, God forbid, the rules were applied and Man United benefited from the rules. God forbid. You know what I mean? Oh, we can't have Man United benefiting from rules. I guarantee you guys, despite all the mistakes that the referees have done against us, like Stuart Atwell, for example, and they're refereeing Man United right the next game, right, in the VAR room and stuff like that. I guarantee you guys, that referee who refereed the game at the weekend, right, won't be refereeing anymore at Man United game. That's for certain. Do you know what I mean? This is what it really irritates me, because the agenda against Man United is so clinical. It's so obvious now, guys. It's so obvious that this agenda against Man United is there. You know what I mean, guys? Absolutely. 10 minutes gone, guys. 0-0 between Burnley and Arsenal. Arsenal have a free kick here. Eze on the floor. Chuona with the foul. Samuel, Cantona, the rebel who would be king. Big up Cantona, the legend. Absolutely. Cantona's a proper human being, mate. Proper human being. Absolutely. What a legend, guys. Free kick to Arsenal in a dangerous position, guys. It's going to cross it in, set piece FC and all that. You know what Arsenal are all about. Look at Gabriel already pushing there. You know what I mean? Now free kick comes in. It's a deep one, punched well by the goalkeeper Vice. Can they get it away? Burnley? Yeah, they got. Yeah, no. Keep it tight, Burnley. Keep it tight. That's going to be offside, surely. And that's going to be a goal kick to Burnley. Samuel, England could do with a player like Zidane Iqbal. Yeah, England could do with a few players, to be honest with you. If it was Zinedine Zidane, that would be even better, wouldn't it? Tony Cascarino played against Eric Cantona in France. Yeah, Tony Cascarino was a great player, man. Didn't he play for Marseille? Wasn't it Marseille? He scored a lot of goals. Republic of Ireland International, of course, guys. But Cantona didn't really do. Yeah, well, he was a bit of a journeyman in France, wasn't he? At the end of the day, because obviously, they didn't like him there, even for the French national team. One thing that what this clarifies to me is that sometimes players, they don't find their home until late in their career, and I think he found his home with Man United. He went to Leeds, and things, and even though he won a league with Leeds, it wasn't his home, and he found Man United, and the rest is history. It's like connect. It's like just worked a match made in heaven, isn't it? Everyone finds their love, and Cantona found his. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, yeah. So Burnley just need to cut. Ooh, what's going on here? There's a bit of shenanigans going on there, guys. The Burnley players on the floor. Trossard is in big trouble here. If anything here, guys, that should be a red card. Guys, I don't even know. I saw the Burnley player go on the floor. I want to know what's going on there in the 12 minutes. I don't think he's going to get a red card, but you never know. Guys, you can't raise your hands there. My goodness me. Look, is he deserves a yellow card at least there. He definitely deserves a yellow card at least. Let me have a look what happened there. So obviously he won the ball and then they're crying about it. But yeah, it's not a red card. It's not a red card. It should be a yellow card though for Trossard there, 100%. You can't just push person. Look, nothing given. You can't just push a person on the floor. Imagine Cantona now, he'd be tearing it up, man. Cantona would be one of the best players in the league, probably the best player in the league at the moment. The league has regressed so much to compose Smurf, my friend. It's regressed so much from when I first started watching football all those many decades ago, 40 to be exact. Not 40 decades, 40 years, definitely not 40 decades. But all those years ago, football has regressed so much. And people think I'm joking when I said that. Deflection, corner to Arsenal. People think I'm joking. This is where you have to be careful because this is where Arsenal's danger is, isn't it? People think I'm joking when I said that Southampton of the 90s would win the league today. They would win the league today. Matt Letizia would be one of the best players in the Premier League today, probably the best player in the Premier League if they played in the Premier League today. The league is so weak, and I would not be gaslighted in people saying that the league is the strongest ever. You know what the funniest thing is when people say, but look at the points. Look how many points it is. Yeah, that just doubles down how poor the league is. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? It is a very poor league, but however, you can only win what you're in, isn't it? At the end of the day, Saka's going to be taking a corner. The fraud. He takes it short. Eze. Hold on. And it's deflected again. No. He's asking for a corner, Havertz. They're going to be asking for everything. They've got to keep it calm, Burnley. They're getting a little bit irritable. They've got to keep it calm, Burnley. Definitely. Jay, Man City next 2 games will be difficult. AC Bournemouth better. You know what the funniest thing is, Jay? Wouldn't it be hilarious if Arsenal drop points today and Man City drop points tomorrow? Because we know that Burnley are not easy. Now, I think that Man United should have beaten Burnley, to be honest, away from home. I think we played very well against Burnley. It was because of the referee that we didn't actually win against Burnley, which, was another bad decision against Man United, of course, guys. But I think they will struggle against Burnley. I agree. I think Man City will struggle against Burnley. I think that's one of the hardest games in the league, I'll be honest. I think that Burnley's harder than Chelsea and Spurs and all them. They're Champions League contenders. Off the post. Arsenal hit the post. Trossard hit the post there. That was close. Burnley are over the place, 6s and 7s. Burnley are opening up at the moment. They really are. Burnley got to keep it composed. My goodness me. Definitely. They look like they're going to concede a goal in a minute, I'll be honest. Composed well. Villa game is days after a final. They might still be drunk. True. That's true. That's true. Crystal Palace are playing the Conference League, one of their biggest games in their history, before the Arsenal game, and I think it's before the Arsenal game, isn't it? So they're going to be exactly the same. I mean, they're going to be thinking, you know what? Don't want to get any injuries for the game against Freiburg. You know what I mean? So not Freiburg. Who are they playing? Who are they playing? Raul Vallecano. They're playing Raul Vallecano. So they won't want to get any injuries before the Raul Vallecano game. So yeah, the last game of the season is a dud game, to be honest, for both of them teams. In my opinion. Rumors coming out that Pep is leaving at the end of the season. No number one tier, Shaw's mentally. No number one tier. Look, I don't know. And personally, I want him to leave because then it'll give everyone else a chance to actually, win some more trophies and stuff. I actually think Man United are going to come back. I've got this really strong feeling, guys, that Man United are going to do something next season, guys. And I think we should. Burnley are opening up too much here. Long ball, yeah, just let it drag out for a goal kick. Burnley just need to stay composed, compact, tight, narrow. That's what they need to do and stop the spaces because they're getting a lot of spaces here. Arsenal are dominating the game at the moment. Burnley have got to get it out of their area a little bit just to try and play it out a little bit, get the pressure off because at this rate, Arsenal are going to score. And I think if Arsenal score one, it could be like a 2 or 3 or 4. Do you know what I mean? Breaking news: Pep is leaving City. Is it a tier 1? I don't know. I haven't heard about it. It's breaking news. Pep is leaving City. I don't know. I went to United game up in 2006. I remember how tough it was and how good some of our teams needed to be to fight everything single week, mate. When I was in the 90s, you just look at the teams that Man United played to win the treble. Just look at the teams. Look at the players. Just look at the players Man United had to come up against. We're talking about R9, Del Piero, Trezeguet, Eka Davids, Inzaghi, Zanetti, the players. Here come, and that Bayern Munich team was a machine. Let me tell you, that Bayern Munich team was a machine. The one that Man United beat in the final of the Champions League. It was an absolute machine of a team. They were just like such a unit. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. And yeah, it can't be beaten. It can't be beaten. Absolutely not. Every one of the teams back then, guys, every one of the teams would win the Champions League this season, the way the Champions League's been this season. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Let me just put this on 1 second. Yeah, football. Look, I'm not just saying it because I was there and I watched it and I witnessed it. I'm saying it because, I want football to be better. I want it to be competitive. I don't want it to be weak because I want everyone to fight. You know what I mean? I want every game to be competitive. But these days, I just don't see it. I mean, you look at Burnley now, Burnley, hopefully Burnley do something today. It's 18 minutes gone, 0-0. But, you can see that Arsenal are going to score. It's just like Burnley are just crumbling. Just be strong, be strong. Each one of these players, when they were young, they picked up a football, just like everyone else. And, play football, man, and try and believe. Samuel, Raymond van der Hel today would be a better number 2 goal with them. Raymond van der Hel would be a very, very good goalkeeper for Man United. A very, very calm and composed goalkeeper he was. You know what I mean? Whenever he came into the side, he didn't let us down. Do you know what I mean? I remember him coming into the side against Borussia Dortmund back in 1997 when we got to the Champions League semi-final. Schmeichel was injured, I think. And he didn't, some may say he should have saved that shot. There was a shot in the first leg. It was 1-0 to Dortmund. And some say he should have saved it, but I don't think so. I think Raymond van der Hel was a very, very good goalkeeper. But Van der Sar, if you're speaking of Van Ders, then Van der Sar's been it. Here come Arsenal again. Eze out here wide to Saka. Saka's going to cut in, of course, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. This is all they need to do, Burnley. Just keep them ticking. And then when they get the opportunity, Burnley, they need to try and attack, try and get a goal. Burnley need to try and get a goal themselves, of course. Absolutely. Afternoon, brother. What's going on, Marcus? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing blessed. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. It's always weird to see Gabriel Heinze on the Arsenal bench, though, isn't it? Man, he's looking old, though, isn't he? He's looking like my nan. No, he is looking old, though, isn't it, Gabriel Heinze, isn't he? I mean, goodness me. He only must be 40. He looks about 70. My goodness me. It's standing next to Arteta. It must be annoying him. Imagine being run. Imagine Arteta being your boss. My goodness me. How patronizing could it get? You know what I mean? Oh, goodness me. Have you ever seen The Office? Have you ever seen The Office with Ricky Gervais? That is Pep Guardiola. You know what I mean? You can imagine him. You're like, yeah, it is. You can imagine him in it, in the dressing room dancing and that. Oh my goodness me, you can imagine it. My God. Um, Big up, Stephen. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Tom Heaton and the new number one deal go good or bad, mate? Stupid. I think. I just think it's why, why are we doing that? Because he's a good lad. These kind of things I don't agree with, man. We need to start bringing through some younger players, man. I know that Tom Heaton is this and this and that. I thought he was going to become a goalkeeping coach. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, Heaton is still better than I don't know, mate. I haven't seen Heaton play for years. I saw him play in the preseason friendly, and he's letting in all sorts of goals. Did you see the games in the preseason friendly? My goodness me, he's overweight. Number one, I think, in my opinion. And but you know what? Whatever. He's a third goalkeeper. We probably won't see him anyway. So, but what I would say is that I would much rather a younger player be third goalkeeper than Heaton. I just feel like these. It's a bit like you remember Grant, who used to play for in goal for Man United and stuff like that. Imagine if Arsenal bought on it. Imagine that, mate. It'd be one of the biggest bottle jobs in history of. In fact, correct. It will be the biggest bottle job in Premier League history if Arsenal bottle this league today, because they are going to bottle. If they lose this game, it's going to give Manchester City a huge boost, even if it's a draw. Even if it's a draw, it's going to give Manchester City one of the biggest boosts they'd ever had. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Bernard, good evening. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Heinz once says snake, always a snake. Absolutely. Now I was sitting at Man United against AC Milan back in 2007. We won the game 3-2, of course, in the semi-final of the Champions League. On that day, I was sitting on the south stand next to the tunnel, right? I was right next to level with when Kaka, the side Kaka scored. And I can't. I remember Gabriel Heinz was playing for Man United at that period, and he was awful, man. He was awful, slipping all over the place, giving away stupid goals. No wonder they bloody got rid of him. Like, I mean, why are some of these players such snakes? You know what I mean? What's wrong with them? Thank God we got Licha Martinez. You know what I mean? And these kind of players, like who've changed the narrative of Argentina players, isn't it? Because we've had a couple that were, quite bad. That's going to be a goal kick to Burnley. I played on Burnley's pitch, by the way. Heinz is probably the pickpocket Arteta hired to use on the players. Absolutely. Big up, Stephen. Age hasn't been good to him. It hasn't been kind. But imagine working next to Mikel Arteta. That would age me, to be honest with you guys. That would age me too. If I was working under Mikel Arteta, it would drive me mad. He would drive me mad. He would drive me absolutely bananas. He would. Imagine it. Big up, Grace. What's going on, Grace? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Come on, Burnley. Come on, Burnley. I mean, look, at the end of the day, and why? You know what? Mikel Arteta, he dresses like a reverend or something. He dresses like a dodgy reverend. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's 50 grand for a blessing. There you go. 50 grand for a blessing. Reverend Arteta. You know what I mean? Anyway, here come Arsenal again. Relentless pressure. Relentless pressure from Arsenal, to be fair. Arsenal are dominating this game. They are really dominating this game. Burnley have got to get some. I mean, we are 24 minutes in, but Burnley have got to get a foothold on this game. Keep the ball a little bit. They keep losing it. Go on, mate. There you go. They're bringing it forward now. And he gives it away straight away. Come on, man. You've got to be careful with the ball, Burnley. You've got to be careful with the ball. Stop giving away the ball because it takes ages to get it back. Jay, was Tom Heaton a former Burnley player? Sure, he played for them. I think probably. He's played for about 10 clubs. You know what I mean? He probably is. Do you remember he was an England international as well, wasn't he? Well, he's in the England squad, I believe. Hopefully, we'll keep Vitex a sub. I don't know if anyone is ready in the youth. Yeah, I mean, I hope VTech stays. Obviously, VTech wants first team football. That's the problem, isn't it? That's the reason he went on loan last season, because he wanted first team football. We were gonna keep him, but he said, I want to play in the first team. I don't want to be a substitute. So hopefully, he might change his stance. Of course, obviously you got to think about the player. Is Gabriel diving again? I wonder why. Oh, look at Gabriel diving again. You know what I mean? Here we go. All the play acting and all that. Grace. City have had a bad season, yet won 2 trophies and only 3 points off Arsenal. This is what this is meant to be the generational Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? And let's not forget, guys, in December we had the AFCON. Right, we struggled when we didn't have Mbumo and Ahmad, you know what I mean, and Mazruri. We struggled when we didn't have them. You know, imagine we had them. Imagine we won a few more games, guys. We'll be challenging for this league. There was a period, guys, when we would have been 4 points away from Manchester City. You know what I mean, guys? And I was calculating that. And I said, if we win those games, we'll be ahead of Man City. And you know, unfortunately, that's football's about fine margins, isn't it? It's about fine margins, and these fine margins cost dearly, don't they? I don't think Man United that far away. I actually don't think this league, there is a stand-up team in this league. There's consistency in regards to Arsenal, but I don't think Arsenal are a stand-up, magnificent team. I don't think Man City are a magnificent team. You know, I witnessed one of the most boring games I've ever watched at the weekend, the FA Cup final. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, look, you know what? Yeah, look, I think this league there's a great opportunity. Who wants it next season, in my opinion? Definitely. You know, Man United can get a few good signings. Here's Saka with the ball. Man United can get a few signings in the summer. Good signings, big signings. They could get an Elliot Anderson. Do you know what I mean? And imagine getting Elliot Anderson and another midfielder like a Tonali and that. You know, here come Burnley though. Burnley on attack. They've got a chance here to attack. Mebry's running up there. Go on, Mebry. Go on, Mebry. Mebry, this is you. Ah, my goodness, mate. He rashed it. He flopped it, man. He flopped it there. That was him there. It was a rash strike, to be honest. Arteta applauding sideways passing. Can't make this up, man. No, you know what, guys. You know what? Doing a watch along for Arsenal. You know what I mean? Someone said to me at the weekend I should do a watch along for the Eurovision Song Contest. You know, I think that would have been more of entertainment, to be honest with you. I think if I'd done a watch along for the Eurovision Song Contest, that would have been more entertaining than watching Arsenal, to be honest with you. Even though that's dodgy, not as dodgy as watching Arsenal though. Compost Smurf, relentless but not many shots on target. Yeah. This is how Arsenal play, though, isn't it? They're very, very. They're like they press and press, and then they get a fluky goal, and then they win 1-0, 2-0. That's what they do. You know what I mean? That's what they do. Good tackle from Mebry there. This is what Burnley need to do. They need to take the opportunity when they have a chance to counter attack. This is when they need to take the opportunity. Mebry, that's a bad ball. That's what I'm talking about. Stop giving away the ball. It's a free kick to us. They need to stop giving away the ball. Is Noah Ajayi ready for Manchester United first team? Like him very much. I watched him the other night. It's going to be a yellow card. God, that's a bit soft. Come on. You know, so guys, listen, guys. Let me just tell you this for example, right? The Arsenal player pushed down a Burnley player on the floor. Trossard pushed down a Burnley player on the floor. Nothing given. Not a yellow card, nothing. A normal foul on Arsenal gets a yellow card for Hannibal. That's what I'm talking about. It's the consistency, isn't it? It's the consistency. It's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Console Smurf. I think we need to try and get Anderson and Fernandes from West Ham. They look like United type of players of old. I agree, Compulse Smurf. If that happened, if it was Anderson and Fernandes, I would be delighted with that. I'd be absolutely amazed with that. That would be brilliant. I'd be excited if we had that midfield next season. You know, Mainu, Fernandes, and Anderson. I think that would do. That would be nice. And one more would be good if we got an Alex Scott or something like that. You know what I mean? That would be good. I think that would be a very good midfield. I think that would be a title in midfield. Absolutely. Jay, drawing to Leeds and Wolves and West Ham in 3 straight games cost us big time. Absolutely. If we had won all 3 of those games, plus the game against Everton when they went down to 10 men, it all cost us. What about the Newcastle game, mate, when they went down to 10 men? Do you know what I mean? What about the West Ham? Yeah, the Newcastle. We drew to West Ham twice as well, guys. Twice. And we know how poor West Ham are. We drew them home and away. You know, and you think about, I mean, the game against Newcastle annoys me. 10 men Newcastle. You know, that game there, that was at the 4-4 against Bournemouth. You remember that? The 4-4 against Bournemouth. We should have beaten Bournemouth. We gave it away at the end. You know, there's so many occasions. The 1-1 against Fulham, guys, so many times we should have. And then obviously you think about the other games where we were cheated, like for example, Arsenal. You know, Arsenal at Old Trafford at the first game of the season, where it should have been a foul. Here comes Saka. Lots of decisions have gone against. It nearly went in. That was a good cross from Saka. Bloody hell, that was really close from Saka there. Good ball winning back from Burnley. Big up, Ryan Chow. What's going on, Ryan Chow? What's going on, my friend? Hi, Sal. Do you think the ball will splash 100 million on the players like Anderson? Do I think they will? I think they will do with one player. I think they will. I think they'll spend the Champions League money on an Anderson. I think they will. They have to. However, I do think they're going to try and get the price down. I don't think we're going to get him quickly. What we're going to wait for, we're going to wait for Manchester City to go after him, and then we're going to say, oh, we better go after him now because Manchester City is after him, so we better go after him. That's what I think is going to happen. Do you know what I mean? And Anderson, for me, is a game-changing signing for Manchester United. He's a game changer. If Man United can get Anderson, it will be a game changer for me. Absolute game changer. You know, I don't get the Anderson hate. I get a few comments on my videos, and people are just pathetic. They got this Anderson agenda. Anderson was man of the match at the weekend. 2 assists. Do you know what I mean? For a team that lost. You know, for me, he was man of the match. And there's still this agenda. I think it must be Baleba fans or something like that, because there's this obsession with Carlos Baleba. Do you know what I mean? I think he's got some sort of PR team on YouTube and stuff like that, and on Twitter. And then, you know, and anything bad said about Carlos Baleba, you know, people come running at you and stuff like that. But people doubting Anderson, they're ridiculous. The problem is that a lot of people don't know what a Manchester United player is. They don't know what caliber suits Manchester United. What is a Manchester United player? I'll tell you right now, Anderson is a Manchester United player. I'll tell you right now, because a lot of people, they're Man United fans just by name. They don't understand what Man United are. What's a Man United player? I understand what's a Man United player. For 40 years, I watched this football club, right? I've seen midfielders like Brian Robson, Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, you know what I mean? I've seen it all, right? So I generally think I have a good opinion about what is a Man United player. And let me tell you right now, guys, and you guys, if we do sign Anderson, you can, or if he goes to Man City and he tears it up, you know, or he doesn't, you can quote me on it. And you can say, Sal, didn't you say that Anderson is this and this and that? I'm telling you right now, if Man United sign Anderson, this is a game-changing signing for Man United. I'm saying it right now. It's a game-changing signing for Man United. Compose Smurf. If we get 2 quality midfielders, we can put a punt on third like Lamans and Dorgu. Yeah, look, the thing is, like, you can get bargains. There's bargains out there. There's many. There's Ayo Bioldi, there's Syed Omala, there's Keith Schmidt, there's Lamine Kamara, there's Lucien Agume, there's Alex Scott. There's loads of players in the Premier League that Man United could possibly acquire at a relatively low price. So what Man United need to do, they need to buy a player for 85, 100 million, i.e. Anderson. Then they need to go for their second choice. My second choice will either be Mateus Fernandes or Angelo Stiller, one of those. They will cost 50 to 60 million. And then obviously Mateus Fernandes might be a little bit less, 45 to 55. And then we need to go for the third choice, which, you know what, I don't mind us signing a Carlos Baleba if it is the third choice midfielder. If it's the third choice midfielder, I don't mind us signing him. Absolutely. 33 minutes gone, guys. 0-0 in this game between Arsenal and Burnley in this huge title game, of course. Goal difference is going to be a thing as well, guys, because if it is a draw in the last game of the season, goal difference can come into play. Elliot Anderson equals Man United DNA. Jay, you know it, innit? You know it. And those who know, like, obviously, I'm not just saying it because Roy Keane came from Nottingham Forest and stuff like that. It's not just that. Everything about Elliot Anderson is just, he's a Man United player. The way he tracks back, he tackles, he brings the ball forward. And, you know, everyone's gonna try and, you know, throw shadow over his name, you know. And I know a lot of people have a little, you know, they don't like the fact, you know, that he's British and, you know, and stuff like that. They want to, you know, this is the problem, that we get this problem in the fan base, you know what I mean, in football. You know, they look at him and think, oh, he's only because he's British, he's overpriced. No. If Anderson was Brazilian and he didn't have a first name and it was just Anderson, like Anderson we used to, I'm telling you right now, chance for Arsenal, no penalty. They're asking for a penalty, Arsenal. That's not a penalty for me, of course. No, that's not a penalty. Arsenal are going to be going for the penalties. That's what they're going to be going for. Absolutely. He's on the floor anyway. If they, you know, look, guys. That's what they're going to be doing. They're going to be asking for these things, Arsenal. So the referee's got to be strong in these situations, definitely. Brian Robson came through at Burnley. Brian Robson's a legend, mate. Probably the best player ever, mate, in regards to our captains and stuff. Pep is gone. Anderson should be coming. If Pep is gone, there's a big chance it does actually make the acquisition of Anderson much easier. Obviously, the biggest plus point for Manchester City is the fact that they have Pep Guardiola, and every player wants to play under Pep. And of course, they're going to be like, I want to play under Pep rather than playing under Carrick, for example. Do you know what I mean? We have to be critical and we have to be honest. Do you know what I mean? He won the ball there. I don't know what they're complaining for. Are they actually gone? This is VAR. They're actually gone to VAR. He dived there. My goodness me. They're diving all over the place. That's a soft. What a dive. He's diving there, man. Nah. Play on. Play on. Play on. Play on. Yeah, absolutely. Well played, ref. Well played, VAR. Look at Arteta trying it. Look at Arteta trying it, the fraud. Diving all over the place. Come on, man. He dived there, man. He dived. He blatantly dived there. Come on, you can't look at him running up and down the brick. Oh my goodness me. Arteta running up and down the wing, going out of his place again. You know what I mean? Going out of his area again. Cabal City will keep buying good players whilst their owners are there in the Premier League. They aren't going to disappear when Pep dips. No, they're not going to disappear. Absolutely not. Of course they're not. But what one thing it is when you're going head to head with Manchester City for Anderson, it does give us a great opportunity if Pep's not there. Because obviously, Man United are a bigger club than Manchester City. Man United are in the Champions League. Where would you rather play? It's a chance for Arsenal. This is going to be 1-0. No, he missed it. When you think about, Manchester United at Old Trafford under the lights in the Champions League, would you rather play at Old Trafford under the lights in the Champions League, or would you rather play at the Etihad? So look, some people, if they're thinking like, if Manchester City, for example, get Maresca, they're going to be thinking, should I just play for Man United? Guys, it cannot be underestimated how important that Pep Guardiola thing is, how big that Pep Guardiola thing is. I'll tell you this right now. It cannot be overemphasized how massive this Pep Guardiola leaving thing is, because players might think, it might be the end of a road for Man City. You never know. But obviously, they still got the thing is with Man City, as Composed Smurf said there, 1-0 to Arsenal, corner, of course. 1-0 to Arsenal. What else but a corner, guys? It was going to come, wasn't it? It's 1-0 to Arsenal, guys. 1-0. What else? Corner FC. Corner FC, guys. Big report. Pep is leaving. I think he's going to play out his final year. I don't know why. I'm thinking that. He kicks his own foot. Get up, Limp Bizkit. Absolutely. Pending. 1 for 5 pending. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. Whenever the game is signed at the end of regulation, the rest will give them 8 or 10 minutes, which extra time is true. Another corner FC, man. What a dead team. Honest to God, they are our dead team, ain't they? They really are, guys. 1-0 to Arsenal, guys, and they are closing in on the league title. Absolutely. I'm done watching. Forget it. Don't worry. Keep here, mate. You never know what happens in football, do you? Roy Keane, when he first went Manchester United, he had long curly hair. He was actually an attacker. Man United converted him into like a CDM. They did. You know what I mean? Definitely. God, Arteta is so annoying. Look at him. Mate. You won 1 league in bloody 6 years. You spent £1 billion, mate. Goodness me. Look at you. Composed Smurf. If it goes 2-0, I'm going to do something productive. Big up, Pros Smurf. Yeah, look. I didn't like the way Burnley were just sitting back, to be honest with you. And I when Burnley sit back, I don't, it's their own fault, isn't it? It's their own fault. Burnley sitting back, waiting to lose, basically, isn't it? You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, they can't be waiting to lose, but it's going to go down to the last game, I think, anyway, and that's what I think it's going to be. I think it's going to go down to the last game. Man City ruined it themselves. Man City, the big problem Man City was that Everton game, wasn't it? It was the Everton game. They ruined it themselves. They had a chance to beat Everton and Gay messed it up for them. Here come Burnley, though. See, this is what Burnley should be doing. 5 minutes to injury time, guys. That's why Rance won't do any Arsenal watch-along for the season anymore. It's boring. I was very reluctant to do an Arsenal watch-along. I'll be honest with you. I find Arsenal very boring, and I'm not saying that just to banter. I do find Arsenal boring. They put me off the sport completely. They put me off football. I'll be honest, guys. I'm not saying that just to be cheeky or anything like that. They actually put me off football, guys. We've got 5 minutes to half time. They actually put me off this the great game of football. They really do. And look at Man United at the weekend, guys. Look at the game at the weekend. A normal game against Nottingham Forest, compared to this game. Do you know what I mean? Look at the difference in the quality and the entertainment and stuff like that. Football should be about entertainment as well. If you play boring football, you're just selfish. I mean, that's it. You're desperate to win by hook or by crook, but you won't be known as a great if you play boring football, pragmatic football. Dad's, especially after spending $1 billion. I full sure Keane never had long curly hair. He did. He did. He did have curly hair. He did have long curly hair, Daz. He did. Let me find it, see if I can find Roy Keane with curly hair. Yeah, I've got one here. So let me show you. I'm gonna this one. If I can save this image. Back of the net, but it's going to be disallowed, guys. It's going to be disallowed. Let me see if I can get you that picture up. I'm going to get you that picture up of Roy Keane when he had long curly hair. Let me just get this. Let's see if I can get this up. It is funny, actually. He didn't have it for long, though. I remember him having it, but he didn't have it for long. It was in the 90s he had it. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. It was in the mid-90s. Where is it gone? Where is it gone? I did save it, of course. Downloads. Where is it? I'm trying to find it now. I'm going to find it. I definitely will find it. See if we can download another one. 1 second. I want you guys to see this. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash a like on the video on the way in, guys. If you guys can do that for me. Still 1-0 to Arsenal, courtesy of, you guessed it, a corner. Of course, guys. Big up everyone. Let me see if I can get this one up because it is funny. Okay. Big up everyone. Only 1-0, guys. Game, guys. A very lackluster game, if I'm being fair. I mean, can Burnley, Burnley get back into the game? Can they do it? Can they get back into the game? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, whilst it's 1-0, if it stays 1-0, there's still an opportunity. There's still an opportunity if it stays 1-0, I would say. But it has to stay 1-0. Without it staying 1-0, if it goes 2-0, it's probably curtains. I can't see how Burnley are going to get a goal, because you can get a goal from a set piece and stuff like that, can't you? You can always get a goal from a set piece and things like that. You know what I mean? And let me have a look at this. So I'm gonna share a screen with you guys. Actually, let me see if I can share this screen with you guys. Let me share this. There you go, guys. Because I can't save it for some reason. It won't save. But there's Roy Keane with long hair, guys. With curly long hair. That's Roy Keane with curly long hair, guys. Curly long hair, Roy Keane. There you go. Chance for Saka. There you go, guys. Live and living color. Let me move that. Yeah, if it gets to 1-0 and it's about like 20 minutes to go and stuff like that, then obviously it's going to be nerve-wracking for Arsenal, isn't it? You know, it's not over yet. I expected Arsenal to score, to be honest with you. Jay, hope Dembele will be okay for PSG for the Champions League final. He went off injured yesterday for PSG loss. Did PSG lose against Paris FC? Did PSG lose to Paris? I didn't even know they lost to Paris FC. You know, Paris FC and PSG, they're probably the most closest proximity in football history. I'm surprised it's even allowed by UEFA. They're so close together. If you see the both stadiums, they're like literally across the street. You know, unbelievable how close they are. I didn't even know they lost to Paris FC. Wow, in the derby, but they won the league anyway, innit? PSG. Burnley could have done with that centre back, Tendon Mengi. Yeah, they could have done with him. Do you remember him? PSG have had some shocks this season. You know that. That's one thing I worry about PSG. The one thing I worry, they have had some shocks. They got knocked out by the Coupe de France. They're not in the Coupe de France final. It is actually Nice and Lens, guys. So that is the Coupe de France final. So they have had some shockers this season. I'm just going to say that, right? So I am begging PSG, be on top of your game, please, against Arsenal. If there's any game out there for you to be on top of your game, it's that game right there. PSG. Arsenal against PSG. 30th of May, guys. Come on, May. May's a good month. I like May. It's a lovely month. We need to get May. Give them May Day. Arsenal won't attack all match. Arteta will lock up. Yeah. But you know what? When it's 1-0, though, that's dangerous, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because obviously Burnley can have a set piece, so it can go in and stuff like that. You know what I mean? My only concern is with Burnley is that they ain't got many goal scorers. That's the problem with Burnley, in my opinion. 2 minutes of injury time. They ain't got any goal scorers. That's my problem with them. Do you know what I mean? And you've got about 30 seconds left, guys, of injury time. Big up Daz. Yeah, Roy Keane. Yeah, Roy Keane used to be a fashion icon. People forget about Roy Keane and his fashion. He used to be a fashion icon, mate. Roy Keane was proper. It was proper 90s style, Roy Keane. He was a proper 90s guy. You know, I think I remember him, you know, when he had that curly hair and stuff like that. And I remember it because I think it was about 1995, probably 1995, beginning of 95, beginning of the 94-95 season, or was it 95-96? It might be 90. No, it's 95-96, I think. The beginning of that. I think it was after the 1994 World Cup. Halftime, guys, here. Arsenal won, Burnley 0, guys, in this game. One game to glory for Arsenal if they win this game, of course, guys. And look, guys, I never want Man United to put me through this again, because at the end of the day, you know, Arsenal win the league. I didn't want that. I didn't want Man City to win the league. I didn't want Arsenal to win the league. One thing I wanted was Man United to do it. You know what I mean? I want Man United to win the league. I don't want Arsenal to win the league. It's all for or Man City, but we're put in this position because of our board, because of our ineptness, because of incompetence and stuff like that. From the board, we're in this position, and we can't blame anyone. Do you know what I mean? Kickoff 5 p.m. as well. That's nice. The PSG game? For me, it's not 5 p.m. It's it'll be 8 p.m. If it's 5 p.m. UK, it'll be 8 p.m. for me, because I am currently in the UAE, as people know. Yeah, as people know. So all Man City can do, look, Man City can lose the title tomorrow. You know what I mean? So all Man City can do tomorrow is win their game. Let me just see. Pep Guardiola quits Man City. Legendary manager to leave the club at the end of the season after every trying at Wembley. Pep Guardiola, one of the greatest coaches in the history of English football, will stand down as Manchester City manager after Sunday's final Premier League game of the season against Aston Villa. Guardiola will bring down the curtain on his magical 10 years at Etihad, and has won 20 trophies and established City as one of the world's leading clubs. The 55 years old. I thought it was younger than that, but you know what? Well, look, he's leaving the football club. That's incredible, isn't it? Pep Guardiola will leave Manchester City at the end of the season. Now the league is open, in my opinion. Look, it's not just about spending money. You know, it is about Pep Guardiola was the difference. He was the difference. He was the one. He was an expert at the Premier League. He's an expert. I do feel that over the last few weeks and months, indeed, that I think Pep Guardiola has been losing his touch a little bit. And I said it at the beginning of the season when I was watching like Man City against Bodo Glimt and teams like that. And I was saying that, you know what, Man City are wide open. Tactically, they didn't look as good as they used to do. And even the body language on Pep Guardiola hasn't been what it used to be. Do you know what I mean? And I like him. I like him as a person, by the way, because obviously he's, his political stances and stuff like that. He's very brave as a human being, very good human being. I look at him as that. And look, guys, I don't know what he's going to do. He'll probably take a time out of football, but he'll probably be back. Don't be surprised if he becomes a Spain manager or something one day or something like that. But look, he'd be great in England manager, wouldn't he? You know what I mean? But yeah, look, shocking news, of course, but I thought he would have. I thought he would have seen that he's the remainder of his contract. I really did. I thought he would have seen the remainder of his contract. Now, guys, what I would say about this. Now that Pep is going to leave, Arsenal fans, guys, are going to get giddy. Arsenal fans are going to be like jumping up and down, saying that, yeah, now we got a clear run to dominate football. We've got to stop that as Manchester United, guys. We got to stop them. We got to stop that from happening because that is a possibility. Do you know that? Arsenal go on this league winning run, which we don't want, guys. It's the last thing I want, guys. That's hell on earth. So, look, what we need to do is make sure that we're challenging, guys. Absolutely. Oh, damn, Arsenal got their goal advantage. That's not nice. If it's 1-0, you know what I mean? It's not the best result. I mean, obviously, Arsenal, they're going to win, man. They're going to win the league. And congratulations to them. What can I say? Do you know what I mean? There's nothing more you can do. Competitive sport, when someone wins something, you can say that congratulations. That's all you can say, isn't it? And you move on from that, because at the end of the day, we need to be where they are. And I genuinely believe that Arsenal winning the league should give us confidence to win the league because this Arsenal team is so bad. Guys, I said it before. I said it a couple of days ago. If Man United were playing like Arsenal in the league 38 times out of 38, I'd be confident we'll win the league. And because I actually don't think Arsenal that good, and I think Man United play well against Arsenal, right? And if Man United were playing Arsenal in the Champions League final, I'll be confident Man United beat it. I would actually be more confident in Man United beating Arsenal than PSG. I'm not saying that because I just think we got Arsenal's number. I know Man United could play Arsenal. Man United could defeat Arsenal with 10 men at the Emirates. I've seen it. I saw it last season. You know what I mean? So Man United beat Arsenal this season at the Emirates. You know what I mean? So I would say that if it was Man United against Arsenal in the Champions League final, I would say that Man United stand more chance than even PSG. I'll be honest. Look, I really do hope that PSG go out there on the 30th of May and absolutely tear it up and win similar to the way they won against Inter Milan last season. That's what I hope. Marcus, big up, Marcus, my friend. Man City is going to go get Luis Enrique just as great. So, yeah. I think they're going to get Maresca, mate. I think they're going to get Maresca. Maresca's been hovering around the Etihad Stadium and Wembley at the weekend, and he's been sneaking around Man City games. If you've seen it, he's been sneaking around Man City games. He's been speaking to Pep Guardiola a lot. I don't think that's a bad appointment. I think Maresca is a very good manager. Obviously, the circumstances at Chelsea, were difficult. It's not easy to manage Chelsea, especially with the way their structure is and stuff like that. If they get Maresca, it's not as good as Pep Guardiola, absolutely not. But what I would say is that it's not a bad appointment. If they get Luis Enrique, we might as well just prepare for another 5 to 10 years of dominance because I've said it already. Luis Enrique is the best manager in the world, and he's the new Pep Guardiola, in my opinion. And, but a modern day version as well. So if he went to Manchester City, then we might as well all give up. Now, obviously, I'm supporting Michael Carrick, and I believe in Michael Carrick, and hopefully Man United are successful with Michael Carrick. I believe in him with everything. I'm not going to be pessimistic, right? I'm not going to compare him to any other manager. He doesn't deserve that. One thing I would say is that I'm very hopeful that the board back him because it's going to be a difficult season next season. Chelsea have Xabi Alonso. Liverpool probably changed their manager. I think Liverpool are going to keep Arne Slot until about, I think they're going to sack Arne Slot. And this is my prediction, guys. This is my prediction, right? I think they'll sack Arne Slot about October time. I think they'll sack Arne Slot around that time, and then they'll go from there. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, and who they appoint, I don't know. But I would take Liverpool out the equation next season because they're going to be starting with Arne Slot next season. So I would take Liverpool out the league equation. Arsenal will have the taste for success. If they win the league, they're going to have that taste. So once you've got that taste, it's easier, should I say. It's like a weight off your shoulders. It's easier to win the league, after that. They will have that taste. They'll be looking to win it on back to back. But what I would say is that Man United need to really, really back Michael Carrick this summer. Really do. Raja, and not that long ago, apparently Pep is talking with FA from Italy. Not long ago, apparently Pep is talking with FA from Italy. Really? Don't know that. It's obvious Enzo is going in there. Enzo's been hovering around, isn't he? As I said, he's been at the Etihad, he's been at the training ground, he's been talking to Pep Guardiola and stuff like that. He has been hovering around, hasn't he, guys? Absolutely. Timing is weird during the Arsenal match. It is really weird. It is really weird. It is strange. Maybe, I don't know, but it may be psychological. I don't know. Maybe it's psychological. Maybe Pep's doing that for psychological reasons, trying to hype up his team for the game against Bournemouth. I think it depends. That can work both ways for you. That can backfire as well, because the team might be emotional. The team might think, oh, damn. Imagine Semenyo and Cherky have just signed for Man City, and then they're going to be like, Pep Guardiola is not going to be there next season. Imagine how they feel. Do you know what I mean? They probably think that I signed for Man City because of Pep Guardiola and things like that. So imagine how they feel. They might feel a little bit mugged off. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it can work both ways anyway. But yeah, look, I do think that Pep has lost his touch this season. I do. I think he lost his touch. It's because he is such a good manager that he manages to get through games and stay challenging. And also the league is poor. But, I would say that he hasn't been the Pep Guardiola that has been for the last 5 years. Definitely not. I don't. Whatever has happened in his personal life, I don't know. But there was problems. I think it was his wife or something like that. And yeah, look, one person was speaking to me. Manchester City played a team called Leyton Orient, right, this season. I think it was last season, this season. And a friend of mine who works at Leyton Orient was standing next to Pep near the tunnel by the bench, and he said that Pep looks depressed, doesn't look like happy. So Pep Guardiola was like, it was sort of like, it came across like really like depressed and really down. And he would say things like, oh, I like the fans, I like the fans are really nice, and they show who the F is Man City and all that, who the F is Pep Guardiola, and he was laughing about it and stuff like that. But he goes, there was a depressed undertone to the way he was and stuff like that. And I've said this all season. That Pep doesn't look the same. He looks a little bit depressed, in my opinion. And I think he's gonna, but I thought he would see out his last year of his contract. I thought he would. I thought he'd see out the last year of his contract, and fair play to him. You know what I mean? He's just gone. He's not there for the money. He just said, look, you know what? I've had enough. Jay, that was like when Van Persie signed for us because of Sir Alex, and then the next season he retired. Yeah. And Wilfried Zaha. Do you remember Wilfried Zaha as well? Agreed to go to Manchester United a year before, and then obviously when he signed for Man United, he had David Moyes. I mean, imagine the feeling. I mean, I would like to ask Robin Van Persie his true feeling when we got David Moyes. And you know what? He won't say anything, but in his body language, because I remember going to games under David Moyes, and the vibe was just different compared to Alex Ferguson. It was so different. It was like, what football is this, and stuff like that. And David Moyes was the wrong appointment. I think we suffered from David Moyes to this very day. We're suffering from David Moyes syndrome, but to this very day. You know that, because he ripped up everything we built. He ripped it up, and he brought in his own people and changed everything up. And when you change a manager, you look at Real Madrid, look at all the big teams around Europe, right? Look at Real Madrid, look at Bayern Munich, look at Barcelona and these teams, right? The reason they keep sustained success is because they make change to a minimum, right? They make change to a minimum. Now, even from the youth team all the way up into the first team, they play a same style. They all play the same style, like La Masia, like, Real Madrid, Castilla. They play the same style all the way up from the youth team all the way to the top. So whenever there's like a player that comes in from the youth team, there's little transition. And it's the same with the managers. Very little change. There's very little dramatic changes in the structure. What Man United did with David Moyes, They went from there to there. I remember getting David Moyes. I remember it. I said, like, what I would have said, I said, Alex, you can't leave us with David Moyes. I said it at the time. I said it. I was saying it, guys, to my friends. I was saying they can't leave us with David Moyes. Alex needs to stay another year until a good manager is available. And I was saying that because, Klopp obviously spoke to Man United, didn't agree to go to Man United because Man United done it the wrong way. They tried to attract Klopp with money. Klopp's more of a footballing guy and stuff like that. And they didn't sell him a project well. I think Pep had already agreed to go to Bayern Munich, if I'm not wrong. Ancelotti, I don't know why we didn't get Ancelotti. But when we got with David Moyes, automatically it was like the players were like, who is this guy? Do you know what I mean? And what have you won? Do you know what I mean? And that was what it was. I give up if we can't get Anderson now. Hopefully we get him. It'll be a big move, of course. Hopefully City fall apart without Pep and 115 football justice needs justice. Maybe that's the reason, Stephen. Maybe Pep is leaving because of the 115. Who knows? It could be because of that. Imagine he's leaving because he knows the result of the 115. He knows what's going to happen. Imagine he's cutting his losses now. Imagine that. Do you know what I mean? That could be a thing. You know, that can really be a thing. That's crazy if we think about it. That's why the club should be run. All the teams play the same style, etc. Couldn't agree more, Sal. Stephen, look, you know, Man United are a bit blasé, you know, and it even goes to show you with the managerial appointments that we've had. We went from Alex Ferguson to David Moyes. We went from David Moyes to, who did we get after David Moyes? Wasn't it Jose Mourinho? Wasn't it Jose Mourinho? Yeah, obviously we had Ryan Giggs in between that, but we went from David Moyes to Louis van Gaal. We went from Louis van Gaal to Jose Mourinho. We went from Jose Mourinho to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We went from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag to Ruben Amorim. And each one of those managers, right? Each one of those managers play a different style of football, a different philosophy. Every one of them. One plays 3 at the back. One plays 2 at the back. One, you know, Louis van Gaal plays 5 at the back. And it was like no consistency there, no plan. You know what I mean? It's just like, let's get him. Oh, he's proven. Let's get him, stuff like that. And in regards to Louis van Gaal, I think Louis van Gaal is incredibly overrated as a manager. And let me tell you that right now. And I'll tell you why. Because when Man United won the treble, right, Louis van Gaal was the manager of Barcelona. And I remember Louis van Gaal was the manager of Barcelona at the time because Barcelona had a great football team. They had Anderson, they had Rivaldo, Luis Enrique, they had Pep Guardiola in the team and stuff like that, who were great players on the pitch as well, not as managers only. You know, and I said it back then. Back then, one of the first things I said was, thank God we haven't got Louis van Gaal as a manager because I think he's awful as a manager. Do you know what I mean? And he is, you know, he is awful as a manager. And it was proven. He's not bad like David Moyes bad, but I don't think he was good enough to be Man United manager. In my opinion, I don't. The only thing I would give him in his favour is that he had Bothwick Jackson, Tyler Blackett, Paddy McNair in the team. And, you know, it mixed with Di Maria, Schweinsteiger and all them players as well. It's such a weird mix, guys. Anyway, this is one of the biggest halves in Arsenal's history, by the way, this half of football between Burnley and Arsenal. Big up, my friend Mark. Hope you're doing well. Apparently Pep is leaving. Welcome to the stream, Mark. That's when you come in late, you know. I mean, no shit, Sherlock, Mark. Big up, Mark. Goodness me. We've only been talking about it for about an hour, Mark. No worries, bruv. Yeah, he's leaving. Yeah. Doesn't mean that Man United can't rest on their laurels. Man United need to go out there and start signing players. You know what I mean? You know. And maybe we have an advantage now. Maybe other teams will feel they have an advantage as well, though. That's the thing. Maybe they think they have an advantage. I think we're going to have. Here come Burnley, though. Started already quickly in this half. Good play. Already started well. Burnley need to. Right, they might as well go for it, Burnley. What are they going to be waiting for? What are they waiting for, Burnley? They might as well go for it, isn't it? Don't you think? Just bloody go for it. You know, that's what I would say. It's no problem. Jose back at Raul. Carrick will smash them all. I don't deal with overzealousness like that. It's childish, Mark. I don't think so. Let's wait and see. You know what I mean? We're grown adults here, mate. Let's wait and see. You know, let's wait and see, mate. He's gonna. In what world is he gonna smash them all? What evidence have you got? You know, and you know, the honeymoon period is over. That's all I say next season. The honeymoon period is over. We're gonna have, you know, no bounce, no vibe. You know what I mean? So let's wait and see. That's what I would do. You know, that's what you have to do. Proof is in the pudding. Talk is cheap. Chelsea have Alonso. You know, they're going to get better. Alonso's won a league in Bundesliga. He stopped Bayern Munich winning the league. You know, you got, obviously, I think Liverpool will have a poor season next season, to be honest with you. I think and they will have a poor season until Arne Slot will be sacked. Like I said, I think Arne Slot will be sacked in October. I think it would be sacked about October. I think they'll keep Arne Slot all the way, and then October they'll sack him, I think, in my opinion. That's what I think. Guys, big everyone in the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys. If you guys can do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get the subscriptions up, guys. Let's move up. Let's move up, guys. Let's see if we can get to 14,050. Can we get to 14,050 today? Well, apparently we're not going to go all out and transfer this, so I'll hold my breath. But apparently we're going to go all out for the whole. I mean, apparently, yeah. That's what they keep telling us. Didn't they tell us that? They've told us that. I've heard the same rinse and repeat for years. Let's wait and see. I'm not going to be negative. I'm just going to say, okay, fine. Let's see what you can do then. You know, prove us. Help us to believe in you. Help us to believe in you. Show us. You know what I mean? And that's what I would say about that. Absolutely. And if they can. Anyway, still 1-0 to Arsenal, courtesy of, you guessed it, a corner, of course, guys. No shit, Sherlock. Definitely. And big up everyone in the stream. Thank you so much, everyone who's joined me today from all around the world, 4 corners of the world, of course, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this game. I wonder what the vibe is going to be tomorrow for Manchester City against Burnley. It's going to be quite a vibe, isn't it? I mean, you know, as I said there, it can work either way. It can work in their favor or against them. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, and that's what I would say about that. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Absolute Legends, if you're new, guys. If you're looking but you're not sure, and that, thank you so much. Welcome to the family. Absolutely, absolutely, guys. Thank you, everyone. Let me do tweets. We've got 14,044. Can we at least get to 14,050 by the end of the match, guys? Absolutely. Let's hope we can. Big up everyone, though, who's joining me today. Of course, on this Arsenal watch along. I know it's very difficult to watch Arsenal. I know a lot of people, like even me, I was like, oh, I have to do a watch along for Arsenal today. Oh, you know. Anyway, here comes Burnley. Great shot. Burnley are claiming a penalty. Given away from Eze. Terrible ball from Eze there. And that was a decent shot, to be honest. Almost curled it into the top corner. Wow, almost. Just needed it. It just got underneath it a little bit. Just a little bit. If he didn't get underneath it that much, as much as he did, then, you know, yeah, it might have dipped in. Who knows? It might have dipped in, guys. Who knows about that? But Pep Guardiola, just to reconfirm, guys, Pep Guardiola will not be the Manchester City manager next season. Who will be the Manchester City manager? That's the key. If it is Luis Enrique is the best manager in the world. He will prolong their success. Trust me. Maresca's a good manager, but he's no Pep. I'm not fearful of Maresca. I'm not. However, he's a good manager, and with money, guys, he could do things, especially with a proper run football club, a structurally well run football club, of course. So he could possibly do things. You know what I mean? However, I believe that if they get Luis Enrique, guys. I think that'd be different. To be honest, I think that'd be different in my opinion. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, Burnley have started this game quite well, guys. Sorry if I'm a little bit lagging sometimes, guys. Sorry about that. It's the stream. It does get a little bit funny. Sorry, guys. But big up everyone in the stream, though. Thank you, everyone, for joining me, guys. Thank you. Mark, I reckon West Ham will stay up. Beat Leeds. Spurs have a harder games in comparison. Chelsea and Everton will be tough for them. Chelsea don't win at Stamford Bridge, isn't it, Mark? That's the thing. I think Chelsea will beat them. I do. I think they'll beat them. But the problem is, Mark, I think they're both going to lose every game of the season. I think West Ham are going to lose and Tottenham are going to lose. I think that, and that obviously would mean that West Ham will go down. But I do see Tottenham losing tomorrow. I really do. I see Tottenham losing tomorrow. I see West Ham losing at the final game of the season as well. Cross comes in from Arsenal. Chance. Great save. Eze with the chance. It bounces. He gave a little bounce. Vase with a good save there from Burnley. Could have been 2-0. Not to be, but it was a good cross from there. And it was Eze. It's a good cross. And Eze scuffed it a little bit. Did he hit the crossbar, to be honest? He hit the crossbar. Did he get a touch on it? No. I don't think he did get a touch on it. I think it didn't. I think it just hit the crossbar. Anyway, it's a goal kick for Burnley. Still 1-0 to Arsenal, courtesy of a corner in the first half, guys. 1-0 to Arsenal. Couldn't get any more cliche than that. Corner for Arsenal, 1-0. Burnley with the ball. They've had some good passages of play, to be honest, Burnley. They have had some good passages of play. I do like the way they play this second half. I don't know why they didn't play like this in the first half. They have had more of the ball. They've had more of a creative spark, Burnley. But whilst it's 1-0, like I said, whilst it's 1-0, you never know what's going to happen because 1-0 is a dangerous scoreline, isn't it? No matter who you're playing against, you could be playing the bottom of the league and they're not in the National League. You know what I mean? 1-0 is dangerous. No, Tottenham will beat MPL. West Ham go down. It's going to be difficult, mate. You never know, Rajat. You never know. I do think Tottenham will lose tomorrow. I think Tottenham's. However, I think that I have to say it, guys, but I think that De Zerbi has saved Tottenham from getting relegated. I think if Tudor stayed at Tottenham, I think Tottenham would have went down easily. I think De Zerbi is the game changer. Oh, nearly 2-0. Arsenal are coming close. They're coming close a couple of times here. Eze again with the header. It's an open header. It's a free header there, guys. Havertz with the cross. And then Eze, he headed it right at the Burnley player on his back and it deflected right into the goalkeeper's arms. Goodness me. Is the luck on Burnley's side? So will City's new manager get a blank checkbook and be able to break all the rules? Probably yes. But you know what? I don't care. You know what, Mark? I don't care teams who break the rules. Honestly, I'm one of those people. I don't care. If you get away with it, fair play. Fair play to you. You got away with it. You win trophies. Fair play. Why are we such goodies? You know what I mean? And that's what I would say is that why are we such goodies? Why do we have to, act like a nice guy? We're bloody Red Devils, mate. We're the Red Devils. We're acting like the Red Ponies right now. Do you know what I mean? For goodness sake. And we need to be like that as well. Like, if we need to be like, if Man City can get away with it, like, let's bend the rules here and there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, if they got away with it, they're winning trophies, Here come Burnley. Burnley, chance. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide there. Burnley are looking all right on this one. He's gone down the play again quite easily. You want to see more of a mean streak? We used to be feared when we came to town. We're not feared anymore, mate. Absolutely not, because precisely what I've just said. We're too goody-goody. We're too goody-goody. We're too business. We're a business team. We're a corporate team. We're not even a football team. Here come Medbury. Go on, Medbury. Oh, way over the bar. What kind of shot was that, Medbury? And pull up your socks, man. I have a problem with players who don't pull up their socks and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Medbury, that was a big opportunity for Medbury, but how can you blast it over there? That is exactly the same position as Cunha when Cunha scored against Arsenal at the beginning of in the middle of the season. and he done the little dance for the first time. That was that was the same position, almost identical position there than when Cunha scored that goal. Yeah, that was identical position. He just needed to place it into the corner. That's what you need to do, and that's all he needed to do. Anyway, that's best chance for in regards to the goals for Burnley. I don't think they've been that impressive in regards to an attacking threat, an attacking outlet. They haven't been that impressive. But whilst, as I said, whilst it's 1-0, you never know, do you? You never know whilst it's 1-0. Here come Arsenal again with the ball. Calafiori's on the left. It's too long for him. It's too long for him. Odegaard. What has happened to Odegaard, guys? It's gone under the radar, isn't it? What's gone on with Odegaard? He really hasn't been the same player as he was a couple of years ago, has he? Maybe he's getting fed up with Arteta. I mean, they can win the league, but you know what? Win the league and say, goodness me, I'm going to go to Barcelona. But Compose, no, Smurf. Arteta about to park the bus. I think he's doing that as we speak. However, I think Burnley have started a lot better, this second half. I don't know why these teams don't just do this and believe in themselves a little bit more. I don't know why they don't. Believe in yourself a little bit more. You know what I mean? You're a Premier League football club. I know you're getting relegated. That's a perfect opportunity. That striker for Burnley looks like he looks a bit lost at the moment. Sal, you excited for the World Cup? Not as excited as I was when it was in Europe or when it was other places in the world. No, I don't think the World Cup should be in America. Obviously, the timings, especially in Abu Dhabi, some of the games. Like there's one day, right? There's one day where there's a game that kicks off 11 p.m., right? Then there's a game at 2 a.m. Then there's a game at 5 a.m. I think it's something like that. Where do I get the sleep? You know what I mean? Playing it in America, it's been one of the most underwhelming build-ups to a World Cup I've ever witnessed. And I'm gonna try and make the most of it. I'm gonna do all the watch-alongs. I'm gonna try and do everyone. I'm gonna try my best. Obviously, I mean, what's feasible. I have to do the main games definitely. But it's the wrong place. It's offside, isn't it? Side netting. Alex. At least show up and beat Arsenal, even though you are going to get relegated now. Yeah, look, they're relegated already. I mean, they just need one goal. Get one goal and defend it. Half an hour to go, guys. Get one goal and you never know. You know what I mean? But when it gets to like 70, 80 minutes, guys, one thing is for certain. When you play football, right, and it's only 1-0 and you got big things riding on the result, a lot of definitely a lot of nerves start creeping in. Definitely. Do you know what I mean? Sal, you were going to be dead 2 a.m., 5 a.m. But yeah, 11 p.m., 2 a.m., 5 a.m. And then there's one time, right? 11 p.m., 2 a.m., 5 a.m., 2 p.m. Where do we go with that? Where do we go with that? World Cup shouldn't be in there. It shouldn't be there. Simple as that. It shouldn't be there. Not just because of the times, because it's not a footballing place; it's a commercial place. They're playing it in America because it's commercial. They're making money from it. It's like WWE. That's basically what it is. You know what I mean? Scotland, Haiti opener. Scotland opener versus Haiti, 2 a.m. Bloody hell! I've got to do the Scotland game as well. I'm interested to see the Scotland game. Scotland against Haiti, 2 a.m. So 2:45, 3:45. Finishes at about 4 a.m. Scotland against Haiti. My goodness me. Hiatus, more like. Look, we'll see how it goes. I do need to get an American. I need to get an American to do some watch-alongs for me. A couple of watch-alongs. Especially those ones. I need to get someone giving them a tune. Anyone looking for work experience? You can have a work experience doing Stretford Post. Get good experience for that. Yeah, and you guys can do. Anyone who lives in that side of the world can do Scotland against Haiti for me, of course. Obviously, don't want to lose subscribers because obviously when they don't see me, people are going to be like, "Where's Sal? What's going on?" He's a fraud. He's bottled it out. He's bottled out of it. You better tune in. I'm going to try. I would try my best. And they are going to halftime shows as well. Do you remember the 1994 World Cup? Do you remember the 1994 World Cup build-up? Do you remember the opening ceremony? Guys, I don't forget the opening ceremony of the 1994 World Cup in America, right? There was a part where Diana Ross, she was singing on the pitch, right? Diana Ross was singing on the pitch. And then part of the whole routine is that she would kick a ball. There's a goal, right? She would kick a ball, and the goal was meant to break in two. Like the shot was so powerful, the goal broke in two. All right. So basically, she kicked the ball. She was right next to the goal. The goal's about bloody 30 feet wide, right? She kicked the ball, and the ball went wide, and the goal still broke. I said, now that is America. That is what America is. You know what I mean? I mean, goodness me, you had one job, Diana. One job. You had a fake goalkeeper in there. You had a goal that it's so hard. It was harder to miss it. You know what I mean? Goodness me. But Scotland will probably lose to Haiti. Can you imagine Scotland lose to Haiti? Oh, goodness me. Nah, Scotland will beat Haiti. I think 6-0, probably, something like that. 6-0. Chance of Burnley. Go on, Burnley. Go on. At least get a draw at this game. Come on, Burnley. We've got 27 minutes to go, guys. Compose Smurf. Gonna be tuning into night and day. Yeah. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this, guys. We need to. I tell you what, though. I tell you what, guys. This is the aim, right? The World Cup coming on. The World Cup, we've got 48 matches, I think. All right. We need to hit 20,000 subscribers. All right. If my subscribers are going up and if we're doing well, we'll keep the momentum going. We need to hit 20,000 subscribers, guys, by the World Cup finish. Yeah. We need to promise ourselves that we're going to do that. We need to hit 20,000 subscribers. Let's get it up. Road to 100K, guys. I want that plaque at the back of me, mate. I want that plaque. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna get that plaque behind me, guys. You know what I mean? Because Stretford Post and the community deserve it. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Group C, Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. All day long, I would say Brazil and Morocco are going through. Morocco are underrated. I think they can beat Scotland as well. Diana Ross might get a game for current USA team. I think Canada are better than the USA team, isn't they? Absolutely. Big up, Mark. Group F, England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. That's a harder group. Ghana can't be underestimated. Croatia. England. That's a foul, surely. Play on. Burnley on the attack here, on the wide. Mebry's too slow, man. Get a bit of pace. That's a foul, man. Come on. They're not giving anything to Burnley. Every time Burnley fall down. Italy haven't been in a tournament since the Euros, mate, I think. Was it the Euros? They've been the last time they went to a tournament? Or was it They haven't been to a tournament in a while. They run badly. I mean, one thing I've noticed about Italian football, especially with the last couple of managers, is that they've gone very pragmatic and negative in the way they play. You know, they go very defensive. I know that the old Italian teams go defensive. They used to be, but they used to do it in a way that tactically they used to win games and stuff like that. But these days, like they go super defensive and they're very pragmatic, you know, and they deserve to get knocked out by Bosnia, you know. Alex, USA men's team haven't been good for a long time. I think they haven't been good since Alexi Lalas. Was it Alexi Lalas? I actually saw that team at Wembley play England in 1993, 94. Around that time, England won 2-0. Alice Shearer, 2 goals. If you know, you know. Alex, the women's are better when it comes to the national team by far. Yeah. Soccer mums. Anyone who calls it soccer, I give up. The biggest sellouts are Australia. They call football soccer. Big sellouts. Please. Don't call football soccer. If you call football soccer, I lose respect. I lose all respect. You do not go. It's football, man. Soccer. Ah, man. Best sport in the world. People hate on it because that's what it is. It's the best sport in the world. That's why people hate on it so much. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's a yellow card for Havertz here, guys. Still 1-0 to Burnley, courtesy of a set piece, a corner. But it is still 1-0 to Burnley. I think people are getting bored of Arsenal at the moment. I think Burnley need to equalise. That'll put the cat amongst the pigeon. Absolutely. Bigger Alex. That'll put the cat amongst the pigeons, wouldn't it? Burnley players injured. Oh, come on, mate. Don't give me injury time, please. That was a red card from Havertz. Come on. That's a red card. No, that's a red card. That's a red card for Havertz. You can't have that. That's a red card. He's got to be off. I'm sorry. That's a red card. He almost broke his leg. It has to be a red card. Come on, you can't do that. That's Man United. That's a red card. Oh, that's high as well. That's a red card. Oh, that's high. It's a red card, guys. That's got to be a red card, guys. I'm looking at this now. This could be a red card for Arsenal. Give a red card. Do your job. Give a red card. That's a red card. Wow. That's high up as possible. Oh, my goodness me. He hasn't given a red card. Oh, my goodness. He hasn't given a red card. Wow. Wow. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. How can that be? How can that be a red card? How can that not be a red card? It's not even. Oh my goodness me! It's not even on the shin. It's right in the leg. Wow. That's going to be the talking point again. That should have been a red card, guys. That should have been a red card. Pep Lees, according to OneFootball, it has been confirmed. Pep, welcome to the stream, Anfield. I've been talking about it for an hour, my friend. Arsenal, my goodness me. Wow. I can't believe it, guys. I give up, you know what? Because it's blatantly corruption, guys. It's not even VAR composed, Smurf. It's the people. I want to know their names. I want to know their names because it's not even VAR. It's them. It's the officials. They're the ones doing the technology. Everyone can see that's a red card. You didn't need VAR. You can run one action replay for that, and that's it. You can see, everyone can see that's a red card. Discuss. This is how Arsenal won the league, by the way. This is exactly how Arsenal won the league. If they are planning on punishing City, they will want Arsenal to be champions. I mean, that is ridiculous, man. Yeah, composed probably, yeah. But it should still be fair, isn't it? Two wrongs don't make a right, does it? You know what I mean? Like, my goodness me, that was a red card, though. I just want fair football, mate. I mean, that's Man United. Imagine that was Casemiro. Imagine that's Casemiro, guys. That's a red card all day long. I can't believe what I see. 19 minutes to go, guys. 19 minutes to go. 1-0 to Arsenal. Lucky Arsenal, of course. This is how Arsenal won the league, guys. This is exactly how Arsenal won the league. You know, this is how they won the league. Unbelievable. Arsenal making some substitutions there. Lewis Skelly's coming on. Your Keris is coming on. I can't believe it's not a red card. I can't believe he bottled it, the referee. The referee bottled it. The VAR bottled it. The people in the VAR room bottled it. They bottled it, man. They want Arsenal to be champions. That's it. Exactly that. What Composed Smurf said. They want Arsenal to be champions. They've absolutely bottled it. Wow. I can't believe what I've seen, guys, honestly. I think Man City be looking at that. Nkape has been a good signing for them, solid player. He's been a good signing, yeah, for them. I think they made a couple of good signings, to be honest with you. I think Marino was a good signing for them. Even though he's been injured, but it was a good signing for them as well. But you have to give Arteta his props in some of the signings that he's made. Saliba, Gabriel. No one would have known who they were before they went to Arsenal. I mean, they weren't household names. I know they were good young players, but they weren't household names, were they? They were just players that are up and coming. So but this is what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. This is totally a wash, a Arsenal wash. It is, Alex. It is. They want Arsenal to win the league. I'm pretty certain of that. I think Composed Smurf is spot on. I think they want Arsenal to win the league because of the 115 and stuff. They did say that they want a new champion every 6 years, isn't it? They want a new champion every 6 years. That's what they said. I mean, hopefully Man United could be one of them. Flipping heck, my goodness. I just know that if that was Man United get a red card all day long there. Man United would get a red card. Imagine Casemiro went in with that challenge all day long, red card straight away. You wouldn't even have to go to VAR. It would be a red card straight away. Honestly, guys, I'm telling you, I'm just shocked, guys, that I thought that was a red card all day long. I didn't even, I looked at it once, red card. Didn't even need to think about it. Red card straight away. Even in the 90s, that's a red card, guys. That is a red card straight away. It's up his back of his leg. You can break his leg there. Do you know what I mean? It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. If he went in with a bit more force, that breaks his leg, guys. I can't believe what I've seen, honestly. Emery signed Saliba. Oh, true. Lego Head had him out on the pointless loans. That's true, Composed Smoke, because I remember that. Well said. I remember that Saliba was getting pissed off, wasn't he? He was getting annoyed that he kept going on loan. I remember it now. You reminded me. Yes, I remember it because I remember he was getting annoyed because he kept going out on loan and stuff like that, and he wanted to leave. Do you remember that? Yeah. Emery left a good legacy at Arsenal. I think Arteta. Well, the Arsenal, look, he's on the floor again. Did they actually give Havertz a yellow card? Did they actually give Havertz a yellow card? Just checking the tweets. Anyway, still 1-0 to Arsenal, courtesy of a corner, guys, earlier on in the first half. Still 1-0 to Arsenal. Yeah. Yeah, he got booked. So, Composed Smurf, if he got booked, I want to know the rules here, right? If he got booked, that means it's a foul, right? So basically, what contributes towards a red and a yellow? Because what I was told is that if you go high up the leg with your studs showing without going for the ball, it's a red card. It doesn't matter what part of the upper leg, it means high up the leg. So that means it's a red card. If he didn't give the foul and didn't think it was a foul, then I'll say, well, maybe he didn't touch him enough. But he's given a yellow card. So that must mean that it's a red card. There's no brainer, isn't it? I just can't believe it. I've seen him. Like the incompetence, it's just unreal. It's just one goal, 50 minutes for Burnley to save football. Dylan, please, man. Oh, it would lovely, wouldn't it? Composed Smurf, it's nowhere near the ball too. I mean, I've seen Man United get reds for less than that, far, far less than that. You know what I mean? Honestly, and this season in general, I've seen players get red cards for far, far less than that. I can't believe what I just seen, guys. I'll be honest, guys. I can't believe what I've seen. You know, I'm in a state of shock and in awe. You know, Chow, what's your thoughts of Pep leaving at the end of the season, according to Ornstein reports? Surprised, not surprised? Like I said it a few weeks ago, I heard from a very good source, guys. I'm not going to give his name, but he's a very good source. He said that Pep Guardiola is depressed. He's depressed. He's actually very, very depressed. Let me tell you that right now. He's actually has a problem. And I was told that by a very good source. And I'm not surprised. I'm surprised. Well, the thing that surprises me is the fact that I thought he might just stay there 1 year. His last year of his contract. I thought he might honor the last year of his contract. I think that surprised me. But I'm not surprised because of the fact that he is depressed. And I think he wants to take a time out of football. Yeah. Big up, Composed Smurf. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. I really appreciate everyone who's joined me for this watch along. Always Arsenal doing some zesty nonsense. Arsenal just a zesty team. They should be called Zesty FC, mate. Do you know what I mean? Absolute ridiculous. Ciao. I didn't even watch the Arsenal's game. I already know it's a boring game as usual. They should have had a red card out, Ryan. Ciao, that you missed it. Did you see the red card situation? My goodness me, I can't believe what I witnessed, guys. Look, all they're doing is failing and diving and that. Arsenal is a scumbag team, man. Arsenal is a scumbag team. Look at the way they're just diving all over the place, trying to get penalties and stuff like that. Goodness me, how they won the league. This league is Arsenal winning the league is like, honestly, Arsenal winning the league is like Andre the Giant wearing a wedding dress. So basically, they are making the league look awful. For Arsenal to win the league, they're basically they're making the league look awful, guys. Remember Pep's speech about atrocities? He won't like City owners funding conflict either. Something to keep in mind. Pep Guardiola at least said something about Palestine. I don't think Arteta's done that. The only people funding genocide and atrocities is the people who own Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? They're the ones. Arsenal fans are going to say it's our time to dominate the league in the next 5 years after Pep news breaks that. Yeah, that's what they're going to say. So what is the key thing here, Chow? What's the key thing here for us to do? Not get angry, not to get annoyed. Key thing for us to do is say, okay, let's try and stop that. Man United can stop that. We got a chance. Let's do it. Let's try. Come on, believe in it. That's what I would say. We can do it, guys. We can go for the league now. Why should Arsenal go for the league every year? Why don't Man United and Ineos and the Glazers and Wilcox and all those guys there should see this as an opportunity? They should see this as an opportunity, and they should see, like, you know what? We can do this. We can do this next season. I would say that. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know. But one thing I'll say about Pep's brave. Pep's a proper human being. I don't like Man City, but Pep is a proper human being. Arteta's is a plastic. Arteta looks plastic, and he is plastic. It's as simple as that. He's a fake human. He's a fake human being. He's a fake. You know what I mean? That's what he is. Right, from playing You Never Walk Alone in the training ground to playing TikTok videos to having a light bulb and a dog. That guy is just the cringiest person you can ever meet. He's a douchebag. That's what he is. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's all he is. But yeah, he's going to win the league. Basically, the worst team to win the league in history. And guys, one of my hot takes this week, I don't know what you guys think about this. One of my hot takes this week was Casemiro has been better than Declan Rice this season, in my opinion. Casemiro has been better than Declan Rice this season. Declan Rice has got the PR. Declan Rice is Casemiro with PR. Alex, definitely a asterisk by this little for Arsenal title for Arsenal. Yeah, I hope it never happens again. My goodness me. Guys, you're going to see something this if Arsenal win the league, right? You're going to see something this week that I've witnessed when I was a young lad, when I saw Arsenal win the league in 98. In fact, when I saw Arsenal win the Cup, Winners' Cup in 94, I've seen them win the league in 98. I've seen them win the league in 2002, and I saw them become invincible in 2004, right? I know what Arsenal are about, and every single person that doesn't know about Arsenal winning the league, what they're like, guys, you're going to see something. You're going to see something. You know what I mean? Incredible that you're going to be like, I don't like Arsenal. You're going to be like, straight away, you're going to go off them straight away. Because whenever you talk to them, they're going to be like, champions, 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 champions. That's what they're going to do, guys. And we're champions, you're just a bum team. We're the champions, you're a bum team. That's what they're going to do. Trust me, guys, that's what they're going to do. You know, you're going to see it and you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I can't stand Arsenal. I wish I never wished them to win the league. Yeah, I mean, and that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Shamelessness at high levels. Yeah, Alex. And people are gonna witness it firsthand. Those people don't want Arsenal to win the league. Look, I don't want Man City to win the league, but I know with Man City, right? I know with Man City that they will win the league and no one will talk about it. And that's what it is, guys. Guys, we've got 7 minutes of this game to go, guys. That's why the other fans don't want Arsenal to win the league and suck. Yeah. If big clubs with money make enough good decisions, they can win stuff. It's not rocket science. Arsenal were never going to be useless forever. And Man United are never going to be useless forever unless we get our act together. If Arsenal can win the league, Man United can win the league. It's as simple as that. And in fact, Man United, I believe, Man United will have more chance of winning the league. Do you know what I mean? Right, ciao. And listen, guys, I say it again, right? Teams can win the league. Leicester won the league, okay? Leicester won the league. Everyone forgot about it. PSG, please do not let Arsenal win the Champions League. I'm telling you, I'm saying it with passion. I'm saying, and on the 30th of May, we're going to see, guys, I will be supporting PSG like it was Manchester United in the Champions League final. You know that? I will be supporting PSG like it was Manchester United. This will be a generational hate along. This will be, honestly, this will be a generational hate along. This will be like one of the greatest hate alongs ever, or hopefully it is great because hopefully PSG do them. Look, I'm looking at Arsenal now. Right, of course, like they're thinking of the Champions League final. The trophy, the Prem champion is a God-given right. Arsenal ongoing to claim that. Yeah, they're going to think that they're going to win the league for the next 10 years. You know what I mean? That's what they're going to say. We're going to dominate football now. Please, PSG rises in the finals. Yeah, I hope so. If there is a God, he won't allow it. Absolutely. Yeah. Here come Burnley. Can Burnley do something amazing? Can they do something amazing? Come on, Burnley. It's on you, mate. Come on, Burnley. Can they do something amazing? Can they change this narrative here? I guarantee you, though, there's not going to be 8 minutes injury time. It's going to be about 2 minutes. You watch because Arsenal are winning. Yeah, but anyway, here come Burnley here. Well, there might be. There was a little bit of VAR, wasn't there? There has to be at least 5 minutes or 8, you know. But they won't do that for Arsenal. Here come Burnley on the left-hand side. Playing well, though, Burnley, but they just have got no killer instinct. They haven't got the killer instinct. That's a foul, of course. Diving. Declan Rice is diving all over the place. Yeah, he shouldn't have. But, why did he do that? Burnley got robbed this game. Yep. That was a red card. I say it all day long. I say it all day long. That's a red card. Yeah, we've been speaking about that, Chow, earlier on. We spoke about it quite attentively, mate. We know. Yeah, he's been at. It's quite obvious. He's been at their training ground. He's been at their matches. He's been in. He's been spotted around Pep Guardiola a number of times. It's quite obvious he could be the one. I prefer him actually than Luis Enrique, because if they get Luis Enrique, guys, they get Luis Enrique. It's going to be dominance again. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean with Man City? If they get Luis Enrique. Right, so free kick to Arsenal, guys. 1-0 to Arsenal. Has said that before, haven't we? 1-0 to Arsenal. We've got a couple of minutes left. The game plus injury time. Declan Rice is going to take this free kick. Cross comes in. Leave it. And it's away. It's over the bar. What Burnley need to do, right? They need to get a lot of people up front and just boot that ball so long up the pitch, right? And just do route one football. Put Arsenal under a bit of pressure like that. Get a big man up front. Maresca has championship experience, might be important for City later. Yeah, that's true. It's true. Yeah, definitely. And does he have League One experience as well? Because they could go down to League One or League Two as well. Yeah. You never know. You never know. It could be. Here come Arsenal, though. Is Gyökeres. Giving the ball away, Burnley again. Burnley just can't score a goal, mate. I just can't see that. You know, with Burnley, these sort of teams, you just think, you look at them and you think, nah, they're never going to score. Do you know what I mean? They're never going to score. Such an Arsenal hater. Disgusting. Yinkers. I hate haram football, mate. That's what I hate. I think this is killing football. This is awful, mate. This is absolutely awful. This is disgusting football. That's disgusting. This is disgusting football, mate. How can you build a Premier League and then you have a team like this as the head of the Premier League? It's disgusting. It makes me want to throw up. It makes me want to watch golf. Honestly, I want to give up football. I love the game. I've been watching it 41 years. This is disgusting. And you're trying to say it won a red card? Goodness me. Arsenal hate on what? I've seen 13 titles, my guy. 13. 2 Champions Leagues as well, by the way, in that time. So, you know what? I've been there, seen it, done it, achieved your dreams, won a treble. So, hush your mouth. Jay, Haaland in a League 2 will break records. Absolutely. Definitely will. Why would a United fan like Arsenal? Exactly. Why would I like Arsenal? I don't think anyone likes Arsenal. No one in Europe likes Arsenal. They're one of the most hated teams because they're bloody boring. Victor Gokre's hairstyle looks like the same as Keir Yeah. Fair play for winning the league, but this is nasty work. It is nasty work. This is haram, guys. I feel like, you know what? I need to have a bath after watching this, guys. I feel like I need to have a shower for watching this shower shite. You know what I mean? Honestly, this is just awful. Awful. Allez bleu, allez bleu, PSG, PSG, allez bleu. Come on, allez bleu. Come on. Another foul for David Raya. Oh, come on, man. Everything about Gabriel is fake. His hair, his teeth, everything. Oh, look at him, Raya. Look at him, little baby. 7 minutes added on. They should have had a red card, guys, though. Should have had a red card. I wonder if they're gonna do big. I wonder if people are gonna do 4 streams tomorrow about the red card against Arsenal. I wonder if people are gonna start doing streams like they do against Arsenal. When something goes against Arsenal, they do all these streams all day about it. I wonder if they're gonna talk about that. I wonder if they're gonna talk about the red card. Is it at Don't We Have 3? Is it at Don't We Have 3? We have no. I've seen 2 myself. We have 3. I've seen 2. I've seen with my eyes 2. I've been in the stadium 2. I weren't around in 1968, but you know what I mean. So we won. I've seen 2. Yeah. And that was when football was good. It's not this shit football. You know what I mean? It was actually good. That's when football was proper football. You know what I mean? It's about, guys, it's about, how long would I say? About 5 minutes to go in this game. That's what I would say. About 5 minutes to go, injury time. There's 7 altogether. Guys. Yeah, man. Don't worry, we're going to be all PSG fans. Don't worry, those Arsenal idiots. Arsenal can't take a little bit of criticism. They're like snowflakes. Arsenal fans are like snowflakes. You tell them a few home truths, and they're like, "Oh, you can't say that. You're a hater." Hater's a snowflake word, isn't it? It's like people can't take criticism. They can't take constructive criticism. You know what I mean? They're so sensitive. It's unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? Like, because they know the truth, innit? They know this is a scam job. They know this is a scam job. They are worst champions in Premier League history, guys, if they win it. You know what I mean? So we have to be honest. Congratulations if they win it. No doubt about that. But, you know, for goodness me, it's definitely not a good PR for the Premier League. Definitely not a good PR for the Premier League, guys. Big up everyone, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. Don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys, if you can go do that. You know what I mean? Big up everyone. Big up everyone. William, I took Arsenal before the competition started in Europe. Now I hope PSG win. I don't hope PSG win. I need PSG to win. You know what I mean? I need PSG to win. I need it. Is that, you know, I need PSG to win this Champions League. I'm telling you right now. On the 30th of May, I will be on the most epic generational hate-along there has ever been. It will be like Manchester United are playing in the Champions League final and they are Manchester United are PSG. For one day only, as I said, I'm going to be French. Samuel, Arsenal have the refs in their pocket like Celtic. Yeah, Celtic are a proper football team. They won the Champions League before Arsenal even thought about winning the Champions League. You know what I mean? 3 minutes wasted by Raya. Yeah, and it's not going to be added on, is it? That's what I'm talking about. Break up the game. Arsenal winning this game by a corner. No surprise there, of course, guys. Arsenal winning by a corner. You know, no shit, Sherlock. 2 minutes to go, guys. Look, what Burnley need to do. What Burnley need to do here is they just need to kick that ball forward, get that ball forward all the way to the edge of the box. That's what they need to do, and get it on the big man. That's what they need to do. Go on. No, can't even kick it long. Well played from the defender. It's going to be a goal kick. Well played from Kyle Walker. Well played from Kyle Walker. That was good play. That was good experience. Good play from Kyle Walker. Good to see. Still got the pace. Still got the pace. Well played, Kyle Walker. He was clean through there. He could have fouled him, but he didn't. Well played. 1 minute to go. It doesn't look like I can't see Burnley scoring, to be honest, guys. I really can't see Burnley scoring for the life of me. I can't. Nice. It's their first British club to do it, Sam. First British club to do it. So they have a proper European legacy, you know, history. Arsenal don't. Yeah. We got a few seconds left, guys. Burnley are just... Go on, Burnley. Do something here. Come on, you're not going to do it, are you? Just can't see them. They're just passing it around. They're not really doing anything with the ball. Like they want bloody Man City to win the league or something. They're just here to just make up the numbers. 30 seconds to go, guys. Useless. Useless. Absolute useless. 7 minutes injury time, ball being played in for about 120 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. They won't add that in, though. They won't add that, guys. They won't add that. Look, it's going to be full time after this goal kick, guys. Guys, I call football as it is. It doesn't bother me. I don't like Man City. I don't like Arsenal. It doesn't bother me. One thing I would say is congratulations to Arsenal. But I'm not going to pretend and sit here that I enjoy this football. Do you want me to be gaslighted? Do you want me to gaslight you and to say that I enjoyed this? Congratulations to them. That's great. But you know what? At the end of the day, if they were a person, if Arsenal were a person, they'll be Richard Ramirez because they're absolutely killing football right now. Absolutely. This is awful football. This is haram football of the ultimate. This is ham of the this is haram. So you know what I mean? This is bacon. This is honest to God, this is honest awful. This is awful. Still not blowing the whistle to spit us out of our misery. Sam, Nemanja Vidic would destroy Gabriel on the football pitch. Absolutely, yes. Yes, of course he would. It is what it is. Either one is bad for us. Yeah. Anyway, long throw going to be coming in here. Can I even do that? Oh. Killed away. Oh, they're just so toothless, Burnley. They're so toothless. It's unbelievable. They're so toothless. You should have a red card, Arteta, with your tight trousers and your fat legs. You should have a red card. He's such an unlikable character, isn't he, Arteta? He's such an unlikable character. It's unbelievable. I'll just get on with blow the whistle, ref. They're not going to do nothing. Just blow the whistle. Just blow the whistle, ref. Come on. And it's going to go out to Burnley. It's going to blow the whistle as soon as they clear the ball up the pitch. That's it. Full time, guys. Full time, guys. Haram ball has won, guys. Haram ball has won. Arsenal have won by a goal to nil against Burnley, courtesy of a Havertz goal in the first half, guys, from a corner. Fitting, really, that they got a goal from a corner, guys. But they have won this game, and they are one game away from the championship, guys. Guys, it's nearly over. If Man City don't win tomorrow, it's over, guys. And they will be the champions of England this season, will be Arsenal. Some say about time they're going to be champions. But you know what? I just feel like it was just such an awful watch. I'll be honest with you guys. It was such an awful watch. And you know what? I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. My goodness me. That was awful, guys. Absolutely diabolical football. And again, VAR will be the headlines. That was a red card. Havertz fouled the player and leg high. Do you know what I mean? It was awful. That should have been a red card. And it's again, Arsenal won this league by VAR. That's it. You know, and that's what I would say. From the first game of the season, when the foul won by India to now, they've won the league by VAR. They're a VAR team, Arsenal. Typical, isn't it? Guys, it's enough of that. Anyway, whoever wins it, congratulations to them, guys. But thank you, everyone, though, more importantly, for joining me today. I really appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. And guys, don't forget to smash a like on the video as well on the way out. Let's see how many likes we can get, guys. Yeah, look, you know what? It is what it is. Hopefully the league will improve next season, and hopefully more teams will be challenging for the league. And this league has been poor. Everyone has been playing badly, from Man United to Man City to Liverpool to Chelsea. Every single team has played poorly, and that's why they've won the league this season. And obviously with a dose of VAR, they have won the league this season. by the looks of it, I can't see Crystal Palace doing anything next week. I can't. You never know. They've got some good players, Old Palace, but I just can't see them really do anything next week. But it could possibly happen, of course. Absolutely. Should League United hopefully next year? Hopefully next year, that would be the best thing to do, isn't it? The best way to come back is for Man United to challenge for the league, for Man United to win the league. That's how we should be, isn't it? Man United need to win the league. It's up to the ball to back Carrick, and we need to go for the league, and that's what we have to do because this league is nothing. It's nothing. What it used to be, it's nothing. Do you know what I mean? Now, I wonder if I'm going to see 4 or 5 or 6 videos like all those content creators about the red card that should have been like they do with Arsenal. Oh, look at that. Look at him, what he said. Look at him, what he said and all that business. I wonder if they're going to do that. I mean, they won't do that, of course, because this is an Arsenal gaslighting season. Do you know what I mean? I mean, people love to gaslight Arsenal. You know what I mean? But I will call it as it is on a neutral level. I don't like Man City. I don't like Arsenal. You know what I mean? So I'll call it on a neutral level. But one thing about Man City, at least I can look at them and say, yeah, well, apart from the weekend, they do play a decent brand of football. But guys, it is what it is. Guys, I want to thank everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate it. I'm off now, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for Breaking Dawn in the morning, guys. Have a great evening, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for joining me. Subscribe, put your notifications on, smash a like if you can do that for me. You're absolute legends. Thank you so much, guys. Much love to you all. See you soon. Peace.